I grew up with my parents and my little sister. Most of my family are from Port Macquarie. I moved down to Sydney when I was in year 10, and I started to go to boarding school. And basically, I've lived in Sydney for the last 4 years, and I've been loving it.
That's great. And currently studying at St Andrews.
Yeah, so I'm currently living at St Andrews as a resident here on campus, and I'm studying a Bachelor of Nursing, Advanced Studies, through Sydney Uni at the nursing school, which is at Mallet Street down the road. And I found that really good this semester. For me personally, I found it really rewarding. It was something that I'd always kind of considered, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do or where the rest of my life was going, sort of thing. And I'd finished the HSC, and it sort of came a time where I had to make a decision. And basically, for me, I think I wanted something that was rewarding, something where I could walk away and feel satisfied. And I think health, especially health within our own people, our Indigenous community, it can be quite a struggle. And for me personally, I wanted to do something where I could help our people, and I just think nursing is such a good way that I can give back to the community. So for me, I want to walk away and feel like I've done an honest day's work. So that was probably the biggest influence in making the decision to do nursing.
That's great. And so you're on a scholarship here as well?
Yeah, so currently I'm on a scholarship here at St Andrews as an Indigenous student. So basically that's a half scholarship which contributes to my tutoring fees here at the college, and also my living allowance. So things like food contribute to that as well. But then I've got a New South Wales nursing Indigenous scholarship, so that helps out with some other fees like my HECS debt and stuff like that.
Sure. So how did you find the process in terms of like applying for scholarships and going for those kind of interviews with kind of faculty and stuff like that? Like what was your approach to that, and how did you sort of present yourself in those meetings with people?
Yeah, so applying for scholarships can be quite a tedious process, if I'm quite honest with you. It's quite daunting, especially as someone coming from school with not too much life experience. Walking into an interview room can be quite scary because you're sort of befuddled with all these questions at once, and it sort of can be a little bit scary trying to deal with that sometimes, I think. For me, the easiest way to get through that process and to deal with it was to be honest, really. Was to go in there and know what you wanted. I think it can be a little bit easier if you have a direction and a drive. And for me, my direction was helping the Indigenous community, helping our people. And I think if you know what you want to do, if you're sure of yourself, I think it can be the process can be a whole lot easier, just because you know what you want. And I think people respect that. People respect when you are sure of yourself. So, my biggest advice to Year 12 students thinking about going to uni next year would be sure of yourself, because no one's going to say no to you. So I think the biggest thing for me the biggest thing that I'd have to say would be to know what you want, and don't be scared of missing out, because the opportunity's there. You've just got to seize the day.